Hello and welcome back into the Austen Hole podcast. More specifically, day 65 of the forever reign of the forever champ. Me, baby. We do have a new champ, though. The current Contenders Cup holder, Eli, and the man who lost it, the first matchup, Cliff. And it was close.
I couldn't even get it to transition.
It was 7-6. It was close. You made that gutsy call. It didn't work out. You know, there's plenty of weeks here in order to get it back. Trust me. You can do your best to look like Pat McAfee. You just can't perform like him. You can't talk like him. You can't sound like him. But that's okay. You can try your best. You can try your damnedest. Because there's one thing Pat McAfee can't do, and that's be me, baby. Be the forever champ. Do you know what I've done to this title? I have made this title so prestigious. I have people that aren't even on the podcast wanting to challenge me for the title. Chad wants to challenge me for the title. Other people want to challenge me for the title. That's how prestigious this belt is. You two should be lucky you're even competing for the opportunity to face me for the title.
The ace and the whole champion is about to go on a damn world tour.
I might. If motherfuckers want to challenge me for him, I might say fuck it. But I can't lose our title, our prestigious title, to some outsider. But that's the thing. I wouldn't lose. So what's the point in even doing it? What's the point in even entertaining these options? It's never going to happen.
It's the 2K23, the lock storyline. That's all I'm hearing right now.
Dude. No. We have an interesting episode for you guys today, though. We're focusing on New Japan. Look at the hat. We're focusing on New Japan because we're going over Dominion. And at Dominion, they announced the G1 Climax tournament competitors. I don't know why that word just poof. I got a notification on my phone and my brain just shut off. They announced the G1 tourney competitors, as well as Bullet Club. Everything that happened at Dominion and just in New Japan in general, we're going to cover, as well as maybe a little bit of Forbidden Door. A couple matches have been announced.
A couple big matches.
A couple dream matches as well as CM Punk is back. For those of you that have been loyal fans of this podcast, we have been a podcast long enough
Full circle, baby,
to see CM Punk come back, start a fight backstage, get kicked out, and now he's back. And this is a classic Austen Hole podcast episode. I don't think we've done an episode like this since we started doing video, where it's just solely what's going on in the world of wrestling. You know, we have these gimmicks, we have the drafts, we have the predictions, we have the lists, we have this, that, and the other. But sometimes you got to return to what got you to the show, and what got us to the show was just the world of wrestling and the news going on in it. So, of course, we'll cover all that today, as well as the Contenders Cup for these two goobers who are competing for it. Since I'll probably be in the middle, these two goobers on either side of me competing for it. Coincidentally enough, they are doing an NJPW show. It's actually NJPW, All Japan Pro Wrestling, and Pro Wrestling Noah. The three major pro wrestling orgs in Japan are having their special like mega card, super card. It's called All Together Again, and you have banger matches like Yoshitatsu versus Shota Umino on that card, amongst others. But we'll get to that later, as well as some more twists and surprises at the end of the episode with the gimmicks and episode end gimmicks. Also, another thing I would like to talk about real quick before we get into the show is it is June. So that means two things. Just nationally, it is Pride Awareness Month for the LGBTQIA+ community, as well as it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And so those are two very massive and important things for us here at the podcast, because I feel all three of us, I don't want to speak on their behalfs, but I feel like all three of us share the same kind of feelings when it comes to this stuff, and that both of those things do mean a lot to all three of us. If you guys want to step in and say it doesn't mean a whole lot to you, I mean, so be it. But
I'm not gonna. Go ahead, Eli.
I did that once. I got chewed out. I'm not doing it again.
He's learned.
Again. We ain't doing this again.
But those are two major things to us here at the podcast. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my glasses as I'm doing this. So just know, especially with mental health, I feel like it kind of gets overshadowed because it is Pride Month, and that is very, very important. But so is Men's Mental Health Awareness, which sometimes does not get the proper light that it's shown, in my opinion. Alarming rates all over the nation, all over the world, with men's mental health and suicide and all those things to do with mental health. Me being one of those, and I think all three of us here have had our bouts with mental health and depression, everything through the years. So this is not Undisputed Predictions. Ace in the Hole Undisputed Predictions champion. Talking, Austen Garrett talking. This is just Austen talking to you guys. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Coming from someone who has been on that ledge, not metaphorically and literally. Just take care of yourselves. It's important to take time for yourself. Get the help that you need. And if you don't need help, take the time for yourself. If you don't want the help, take the time for yourself. You don't have to do everything yourself. And for those a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, this is your month. This is the 1 month everyone's behind you, even though it shouldn't be like this once a month. It should be like this all year. But you know, certain groups have other things to say about that. So, just when it comes to this type of stuff, just be yourself. Love who you want to love. That's really what it comes down to. Just be yourself without regard of what anyone else thinks. Because why should you care what anyone else thinks? If you're trying to please other people, then you aren't going to be pleasing yourself. So just do what you want to do. Love who you want to love. That's what it boils down to. I'll say all three of us agree on that. You guys want to backtrack on anything that I said?
I mean, both of which are very important. It's, a celebration for the members of the Alphabet Mafia community. And it is a also very important awareness for, those who struggle with their own mental demons. So it's a very interesting month that these, coincide, but both of which are important. Love yourself, someone says that every week. And, just take care of yourselves. And at the end of the day, who gives a fuck what people think about you? Like, everyone has their fights with that. But, you do you. As long as you know who you are. And if you don't, then that's probably the first step, is figuring you out.
All right, so Eli, you got anything?
I think we've pretty much hit everything on the head. I mean, you discussed it is something I do believe all three of us have battled with. We do know people also a part of the, what did you say, the Alphabet Mafia? I have not heard that one before.
That's what that's how we referred to it in the choir. And, me being a performer, I'm surrounded by people who are like that. And they started calling themselves that down here, and it's just kind of stuck. If it means something else somewhere else, I don't mean it in the negative way. It's a positive thing, at least from where I've came from. So,
Yeah. I know a lot of people who are part of that, especially I have an uncle that's a part of that community. So it's not only is he a part of that community, I know he's suffers through the other thing. So months like this are kind of a time to kind of look back and see everything from. You don't have to experience their point of view because there's no way you're going to, but kind of taking a step back and kind of seeing it through their eyes sometimes, and kind of makes you realize a lot of different things about what you got going on in your own life and what they kind of got going on in theirs. And so just if you got some time this month, take some time. If you know somebody a part of the community, just take some time, talk with them. I'm sure that they would love to have a conversation with anybody who has questions about anything. To people who are afraid of getting help, understandable, but same time, sometimes it's a lot better to get help before it gets too serious and too late. So if you're on the verge of trying to get help for mental problems, please do get some help. There's hotlines, there's websites now, there's apps, there's face-to-face. COVID restrictions have started lifting.
They even got
everywhere.
AI bots that you can use.
Yeah. So it's like you can go so many different places and use so many different outlets. So please, during this month, if you really do need help, get some help, talk it out, find a group of people that you can get along with, and all in all, just keep pushing on. Yeah, it can get hard sometimes, but just keep pushing on, and that's about the best you can do.
And there's one overarching theme that I want to hammer home, and it's a little bow at the end of this. At the end of the day, we're all human. It's what it comes down to. Just we're human. It takes zero effort to be nice, to be courteous, to act with grace. So why do that? Why be hateful and be spiteful instead of being kind? So at the end of the day, we're all human. Treat each other like humans. Treat each other with care and compassion. And I think that's enough on that. Last thing before we do get into the Dominion recap. Fucking Golden Knights, baby! Let's go Golden Knights. 2-0 in the series.
Murdered them tonight. My God.
The fucking Florida Panthers don't know what to do. Tkachuk got 2 10-minute game misconducts in the single game, and he's already got 3 in the series, and we're only 2 games in. Some people are saying he's going to get suspended, and if he gets suspended, that is a huge hit to Florida. But we are not a sports podcast. We are a professional wrestling podcast. So why not talk about the professional wrestling world, shall we? And we will start. I was going to say start with Dominion, but let's start with CM Punk. Let's start with CM Punk and AEW, and we'll put all the NJPW stuff together as a collective towards the end. CM Punk's back. CM Punk is returning in Chicago, funny enough, again. He's returning at AEW's new weekly TV show, AEW Collision. It's Saturdays, correct, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, so this is the first time since, I think, the Territory days that we've had wrestling just about every single day of the week. Like, you can turn on television and you are guaranteed wrestling every single night. It's been a long time since that's been a thing.
With the exception of Sunday, but Sundays you have your pay-per-views and shit, so...
Your premium live events.
Premium live.
So, yeah, I don't know how to feel about this.
I was about to say, regardless, whatever has happened should be smoothed over. Is this too blatant of a cash grab for Tony Khan and AEW? I think that's what it comes. I think that's what it comes down to. Is because that in the end, that's what it is. I don't think CM Punk's coming back for an extended period of time. I don't think he's coming back for like years. I fully think he's coming back for this, and that's it. I would be surprised if he sticks around any amount of like significant amount of time afterwards, because I fully believe he's coming back. He's getting that check. Tony Khan's getting that millions and millions, the millions and millions ratings boost that he needs, and CM Punk's dipping. Because I don't think they have that type of relationship anymore. I could be completely wrong. I could be fucking out in the woods on this.
You know who's
that's just a feeling I got,
now, right? Yeah. So
yeah,
everything
it's Punk.
I've read. No, it's Bryan Danielson,
Ace,
and no, it's Bryan Danielson and Jerry Lynn will be booking Collision.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so those are going to be head producers essentially of Collision and stuff from everything I've seen. So I mean, you got two.
CM Punk might not even have to deal with Tony Khan.
So exactly, you got two brilliant minds of professional wrestling. Essentially,
would you consider Jerry Lynn a beautiful mind of professional wrestling, though?
Oh, absolutely. Old school TNA, if you look back, a lot of those matches that he was a part of and helped on the fly spots, some of the matches he's produced in AEW, along with some matches in the indies that he's done, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, speaking of Jerry Lynn, I do believe he's in Today in Pro Wrestling History later on, so make sure you stay tuned. I thought that's what you said earlier.
Ooh.
Yes, he is.
Intriguing.
God damn it! Nothing gets past me. Nothing gets past me. This is why I'm the champ. God damn it! But that changes it though. So if he doesn't have to work with Tony directly, and if he doesn't have to work with
the Elite.
Yeah, what's Jim Cornette call him? Twinkle Toes. He doesn't got to work with I'm pretty sure he calls Kenny Omega Twinkle Toes. But
that's the first I've heard of that.
Oh, he hates Kenny Omega. He despises Kenny Omega.
Omega's the one that can actually, in my opinion, he's the best wrestler out of the Elite.
I agree, but
it's the Flash.
The Cornette's got it's Cornette. He doesn't really have to explain why he does like something or doesn't like something. He'll just have millions of people that follow him no matter what. But if he doesn't have to work directly with the Elite or any of the fucking EPs that he was dragging at the press conference or any of that, then he might stick around. I don't know. I mean, that's the initial feeling I got was huge ratings pop, and then he's just going to kind of go off. He's going to cash that check and go home. I respect the hustle, though.
Do we think AEW will introduce another new title?
The AEW Collision title.
Once again, everything that I've seen, multiple news sources have stated that they are going to be pushing this, which is why they have Danielson and Lynn as heads. They are going to be pushing it as a separate brand. It's a separate, not like ROH, but like a separate entity.
So I mean, ROH is basically a different brand at this point.
Yeah. It's the NXT.
God damn it, we got AEW, ROH, Collision. I don't think Dark's a thing anymore.
No, they got rid of Dark for Collision. Bro, I will say though, real quick, while we're talking about AEW, I'm so happy to see Abaddon being featured in the game. Makes me happy.
Speaking of which, kind of pivoting off of that, completely random. GCW had their tournament. I'm pretty sure it's Tournament to Survive.
Yes.
It was their 8th one. Yeah, Tournament of Survival. That's what it was. It was their 8th one.
The Tournament of Death anymore?
That was CZW, idiot.
Oh. Well, do they not do that anymore?
I'm pretty sure CCW isn't even a company anymore.
I don't know.
I'm like 50% sure. I'm a coin flip.
I'll look
chance.
it up. Phil, I'll look it up.
Well, it's not filling because our girl Rena won the Tournament of Survival.
And
Rina Yamashita
also won the GCW World Heavyweight Championship off of a cash-in.
He did. And they threw fucking bottles and shit at him like
awesome.
They did Cardona. It was nowhere near as bad as Cardona's, though.
No, but there was a funny spot. I don't even know what was thrown at his chest. It looks like a beer bottle, but I'm not really sure. It just bounces off his chest and hits the middle of the ring. And he got heat, and he took it like a champ. Honestly. I mean, anytime you're going to cash in, and it's why Seth Rollins is cash in, not only is it because it was WrestleMania, but it was also because it was a cash in on a really good match between Brock and Roman. Anytime you have that, you're going to get some nice heat, ruining that match and inserting your way into it, and then winning the match because two people have already duked it out, knocked each other senseless, and then you're just kind of coming in for the final blow. And that's essentially what
CZW is still in business, by the way.
Is it?
Yep.
Did it like go on hiatus or something?
They just do it monthly now.
I think they went on hiatus around COVID, and there was questions on if they'd even come back or not. Just like any other indie fed during that uncertain time. But fuck, we're hitting everything, aren't we? AEW, GCW, CZW. You want to talk about ECW for a minute?
No.
Nothing new happening there, but we can talk about it.
We could talk about shit.
Sabu.
The FTW title. We can tie that. The ECW, AEW, tie it together. There you go. Talk about the FTW title.
Is that still a thing in AEW? Like, this is a genuine question.
Yes, Hook carries it everywhere.
But he was defending it, and he was defending it not weekly, but bi-weekly to a monthly thing, and now it's just kind of, he just carries it.
I mean, yeah, he's the FTW champion.
Fair enough. I've been waiting for him to either maybe that's going to go to Collision. That's your championship for Collision, is the FTW title.
Oh, okay.
As long as I can see some Hookhausen. Give me some of that Hookhausen.
Hook beats CM.
Well, fuck. Since we're covering everything now, I'll pivot over to WWE. Raw was tonight. We're recording on a Monday. Interesting stuff on Raw. Actually, it was a tad bit slower, but the matches were good. They were decent, and some interesting stuff. My big takeaway from Raw was that you put any pretty woman with Otis, and it's automatically gold. That's it. You did it with Mandy Rose back in.
It's so damn funny.
It just works. I don't know because now you've got Chad.
Funny. Now that I said it, it works. It's good TV. It's really good TV.
Because like now you've got Go ahead.
I don't even know. It's like the most. It's you're putting a butterball next to a piece of art, essentially
smoke show.
And you're like, yeah, this makes the butterball look perfect. Like,
but it does, and it has before, and it always will. And I don't know why.
It does. And it makes no sense.
Hey, Eli, don't talk about Chad Gable like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because now we've got Otis and Chad Gable. Now it's just not Otis by himself. It's Otis and Chad Gable. And now Chad Gable is going to be training Maxine Dupree. That way they can beat the Viking Raiders. This shit's just so good.
I love the second coming of Kurt Angle, bro.
Oh, thank you!
I need them against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. But that's not going to happen because it's going to be DIY.
Shush, please.
I think once they split the tag belts,
They need
we'll
it bad.
yeah.
It's coming.
You know who else needs something bad in WWE? L.A. Knight. Yeah. Because let me talk to you. L.A. Knight is hot. He's white hot. Did you hear it on Friday? Did you hear how fucking crazy they were? They were yaying every single he would throw a punch and you hear, yeah. He'd throw a kick, you'd hear, yeah. He'd get out of the ring, you'd hear, yeah. They booed Montez Ford. Like, now I hope they do some kind of last chance qualifier between all of them because I still want Montez Ford in the match.
Yeah.
But Raw also needs one more like big name to like in the Money in the Bank match. So we'll see how it all plays out. But if they don't put the Money in the Bank on LA Knight, they're just dummies. Yeah.
You think they would put it on Cody?
No.
I was thinking that, but with the stuff that he's going through with Brock,
I think Cody's gonna.
And they're high on LA Knight too. They're high on LA Knight. That's the thing. Like they are like they noticed this. They are recognizing this. So if they don't put the money, they don't put the Money in the Bank on him. They are consciously making the wrong decision here.
Could they Money in the Bank?
And that's just a fact of life.
Could they Money in the Bank Brock Lesnar and then have Cody and Brock their SummerSlam match for the Money in the Bank?
Fucking Brock in the Bank again.
Not the Brock party.
Yeah, fucking Brock party. It wouldn't work as well now though since he doesn't have Heyman.
Yeah, I just.
Well, we've also already seen it
once.
I hope our truth is doing okay.
Paul Heyman.
Yeah. Everybody keeps pointing out Randy Orton, which Randy Orton's probably never returning back to the ring anyways. But no one ever points out that, our truth...
Hey, don't say that.
Dare.
Don't say it.
No.
Take that back. Take that back.
Take it back. Take it back.
I can't take that back when that is what his own father has said.
Take that back. Shut up. Shut up. Take it back. The champ demands. Take it back.
We're not kind of...
Take it back.
We're not putting that negativity out in the universe.
I'm not
just because you think it doesn't mean you have to say it, right?
I was the first one to say it. It was his own dad that said it first.
On this podcast, you were, goddammit.
Fine, I take it back for this podcast. I hope Randy Orton returns.
You can think whatever you want, just don't say it.
Amen.
Welcome to America, goddammit. You can think whatever you want. Just don't say it.
You can have an opinion, just don't have an opinion.
God damn.
Yeah, you can have an opinion, just make sure you don't share it.
So, are we doing Dominion first, or are we doing the Climax first?
Well, I figured we'd do Dominion, because on this show, the G1 was announced, so we'll do Dominion. Okay. And then we'll do anything else before we get into NJPW? Anything else from the world of wrestling?
Dom is still nuclear with his heat. He's going to be such a megastar. Oh my god. He picked up the mic tonight and got booed just for existing.
Jey Uso is picking sides on SmackDown. I said Jay White met Jey Uso.
He is.
Jey Uso's picking
sides. They're in their Civil War era right now.
That's why Jay White came to mind.
Not
Jay White.
Bullet Club Civil War.
Speaking of Jay White, circling back around to Forbidden Door, I can't think if we've already talked about this or not, but so far for Forbidden Door, we've got Bryan Danielson calling out Kazuchika Okada, and we've also got Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. Is it 2? It's not 2. They've wrestled before.
I think it's 3.
It's 3 or 4 or whatever. It's their second matchup for the
U.S. title.
U.S. title. Which the first one was the one in Wrestle Kingdom this past January. It was a fucking barn burner. It was one of the best matches of all time. All that shit.
And arguably, the consensus I heard from it is that they were holding back.
I
Both
don't
of
know.
them were injured in that match.
Yeah. They weren't working 100%.
Speaking of which, I know we talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago. It would have been last week. Jumping back over to WWE because this kind of ties into Brock and Cody. The reports on Brock and Cody for SummerSlam, because they are going to face off at SummerSlam. The report there is that we're going to see a stipulation that we haven't seen in WWE in quite some time. Those are the exact words, and it's not Hell in a Cell. That's what the reports say. I don't know. Nothing's confirmed yet. We're making our speculations here. I said a last man standing match wouldn't be too bad. I just want to give another shout out to Dijak and Ilja Dragunov down there in fucking NXT. That match was insane. I love that match. I might have this happened like last week, and I might have to go back and rewatch it. It's a really good match. If you haven't,
better the second time.
If you haven't seen it at all, I highly recommend going back and rewatching it. Great match, start to finish. It gets hard to watch at some points, but that's because Dragunov's doing his job. He's selling the hell out of it, and it's just such a good match. So going back to Brock and Cody, we've said everything. We've said First Blood. We've said
Iron Man.
Well, the reports also say that Cody Rhodes went to WWE and said that he wanted a dog collar match. That's a stipulation he wanted, and WWE said no for whatever reason. I don't know. But Cody Rhodes is a huge proponent of the dog collar match.
Well, Dusty wrestled in so many of them.
Well, plus he wrestled in one too.
Well, yeah, him and Brody.
I think that's the thing. They want to stay
AEW.
separate from AEW, and AEW is the one doing the dog.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah, they may be keeping it separate from that.
So my leading theory, even though it doesn't really match up with the statement of we haven't seen it in a while, I think Last Man Standing fits here really well. I think like everything about this feud just says they want to beat the fuck out of each other, and there's no better match to do that than Last Man Standing, where the gimmick is to literally beat the shit out of the dude until he can't stand anymore. I know we talked about Iron Man. I don't think Iron Man would fit here very well. That's just the way I see it. I don't see Brock as an Iron Man type of guy. I don't think I don't think he neither is Cody Rhodes really. Cody could do it, but I don't think he likes the other stipulations. He likes the out there kind of stuff. So I'm kind of thinking Extreme Rules. We haven't seen an Extreme Rules match in a while.
That is fair.
I can't remember the last Extreme Rules match there was. I want to say it might have been
Extreme
Edge
Rules
versus
pay-per-view.
Balor.
That was Hell in a Cell.
No. They
before
had
that.
They had one before that.
True.
I don't know if it was a no DQ or if it was specifically Extreme Rules.
I think it was a Extreme Rules match, but I think it was at Extreme Rules, if I remember correctly.
But
because that's when they did the
I also
Concerto
think
to Beth.
Yeah. I also think that they might. I mean, they aren't. It's not a whole lot, but they are bleeding a little more. So I think First Blood could also be a decent stipulation here.
I could almost see them doing like a best 2 out of 3 falls match, but each match is a different stip.
It's literally just a 3 stages of hell match.
They will kill each other.
There you go.
I said that in the chat earlier. They will kill each other before that match is done.
I was probably say
So
they
you
get
go like-
blown up after that
Shoot.
first match.
It'll go into a shoot match quick.
I'm just saying, your first match, you go like probably submission because Brock's been working the Kimura. Second match could be like Extreme Rules, and the third match would be Last Man Standing.
I don't know. I kind of like the 3 stages of hell
The last
idea. I
time they
think
did
it fits.
that was Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano.
It was a while
in
ago.
NXT.
Well, last time they did it on the main roster was Shawn Michaels, Triple H.
Yep.
Yes.
Way back when, like late 90s, early 2000s, something like that.
Yeah, we're talking like probably before you were born, Austin.
No, I want to say it was like
World
03.
That it was after D-Generation X, NWO was on the main roster.
Let me look it up.
It would have been during Evolution era, so you're looking about mid-2000s, I think. I'm pretty sure.
So
I
I
have no
lied.
idea.
We all lied.
What did we lie about?
So that one, the one we're talking about, God damn it, the one we're talking about, I dropped my pen and I picked it up and I dropped it again. So the one we were talking about happened in 02, December 15th of 02. There's been 3 more since then.
Really?
There was one in 09 between Randy Orton and Triple H. There was one in 2013 between John Cena and Ryback.
What the hell?
And then the one with Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole in 2019.
I mean, 2019 is a while. I could see them doing something like this.
And if they do it the way that Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano did it, it would be a good match.
I don't need to see Brock Lesnar do a Panama Sunrise.
And if it makes you feel any better, the John Cena Ryback one, the 3 steps for the matches were the first match was a lumberjack match, the second match was a tables match, and the third one was an ambulance match.
Oh no. Oh no, bro.
So there is no surprise there as to why we completely forgot about it. And that I'm pretty sure that Randy Orton and Triple H one was the same feud. Drop my pen again. I'm pretty sure that that feud was the same one where Triple H showed up to Randy Orton's house or vice versa, and they were fighting in their house.
Oh yeah, that would be that time, yeah.
So that also makes sense there. But there's only been 5 in WWE history.
Wait, what was the first?
Stone Cold and Triple H. And 01.
Was Triple H in all of them?
All of them, but the last 2.
In John Cena. Okay.
So, I mean, you've got all kinds of possibilities with how they can go with the stipulation. I just hope it's the correct one. I hope it's one that makes sense.
Not a kendo stick on a pole match or something like that.
I feel like whatever way they can go with this, it's more than likely going to be right. I just hope they don't fuck it up somehow. I don't know. I still have reservations with WWE booking. I think everyone does, but anything else outside of NJPW?
I can't think of anything.
Well, let me get one more thing in. Yeah. All right, we can move on to NJPW. So the mass. There's a gnat in my room, bro. They're bugging the hell out of me. So the big thing we're covering here will probably be the G1. We'll get to the recap of Dominion. Which do one of you two want to do? because I can read off the card, but I also didn't fight for the Contenders Cup. So
I can do it.
you want to read off the entire card?
The entire card is just matches that we did.
I was just going to read off the entire card because I can get.
I can do that.
I'll probably say I can get through it pretty fast, and you can talk about what you want to. That's what we'll do.
That works.
So for your first match, the Young Lion Hat Trick Challenge, I'm probably going to butcher all these names. You got Yuto Nakashima, Ryoi Oya, and Bolton Oleg. They defeated Oscar. His name looks like Lube. Is it Leube? I don't know. It's Leube. It looks like lube. It looks like a French way to spell lube.
Eli, how do you say it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Terrific. Match number 2 was the tournament final, determining the number 1 contender for the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship. Will Ospreay beat Lance Archer in 8 minutes. No surprise there. You got Los. I still can't say this correctly.
Ingobernables?
Yeah, Ingobernables. De
my God.
Japón.
de Japón.
You got, which is comprised of Tetsuya Naito, Shingo Tagai. It's Tagai, isn't it?
Takagi.
Takagi.
It
Okay.
is Takagi.
Bushi and Titan. He got a little accent over the A. Is it just Titan, or is it Titan?
Teton. I do believe it's Teton.
Teton.
I'm fucking smart, bro. They defeated just 5 guys in an 8-man tag match.
But it was
9
only
minutes. Catch 20. It's just 5 guys. I don't know. Catch 22, which is Francesco, Akira, and TJP. They beat the Intergalactic Jet Setters, Kushida and Kevin Knight, for the IW. They won the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Championships. And then Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Jeff Cobb to retain the NJPW TV title. And you got Bishamon, which is Hiroki Goto, and Yoshihashi defeated House of Torture, which is Evil and Yujiro Takahashi. And also in United Empire, Great Khan and Aaron Hanair.
We both missed that one.
That was a 3-way tag match for the vacant IWGP tag titles and the strong openweight tag titles. David Finlay retained his never openweight championship over El Phantasmo. An 18-minute match. Hiromu Takahashi defeated Master Wato for the to retain the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. You got Chaos, which is Kazuchika Okada and Tomohiro Ishii. Well, isn't it like a dojo? Isn't it a bigger faction? They just called it Chaos here.
Yes.
That's what I thought. And then Hiroshi Tanahashi, they defeated the Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley, Cesaro, and Shota Umino to retain their never openweight 6-man tag titles. And then Sonata retained over Yota Tsuji to retain his IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Everything I saw, it was solid. Pretty good show.
The match I really do want to point out the most and go over the most just real quick. Will Ospreay versus Lance Archer. Apparently Lance Archer, I think it was his right arm, was injured the whole match. So for him to do a lot of the moves he did during the match and continue on with the match, even though it's only 8 minutes, it was still a hell of a match. And for him to go through with the injury he had to, I think it was either his forearm or his elbow, I could be wrong on both. All in all, impressive for the match that they put on. And then everything else we can
it
kind
was
of
a good
cover
Dominion.
is... I think me and Cliff
It
are
was-
just
it was
kind of Bullet Club bouncing.
Bro, I have no idea how to call this fucking all together again show. I have no idea. I've been staring at the card the last 15 minutes. I have no idea how to call.
Don't fucking hop ahead yet, because there's still one major thing you haven't even brought up yet, and you were the one dying to fucking talk about it.
The tag
Yeah,
team...
the G1, baby.
No, the Bullet Club, you idiot!
The Bullet Club, man. The Bullet
That
Club.
wasn't me. That was Eli.
Oh, hell yeah. I love
Jesus
it so much.
Christ.
It's great.
Oh my god.
4 different Bullet Club factions. 1 company. It's great. Technically 2. It's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So much.
Well, Cliff, I just figured
So-
you'd want to talk about it since you're such a Bullet Club glazer over there.
Eli was
I'll
the one
go
that was
over it
hyped
real
about
quick.
it.
Yeah. I'm going to go over it real quick. So, it began with the... What is the match? It was the junior heavyweight tag match. Dan... I forget how to pronounce his last name. I think it's Maloney. Attacked the United Empire. After the match, he will now be facing them for the tag belts with Clark Connors. After that, we got to the World Tag Title match. Chaos won, but was attacked by Gabriel Kidd and Alex Coughlin, which is the most thrown together tag team in the world. And then in the Never Openweight match, after that match, we had David Finlay in the ring with a bunch of young gun Bullet Club members, but none of the old Bullet Club members are there. So at this point, we have Rogue General Bullet Club in Australia, led by Bad Luck Fale. We have Bullet Club Black and Gold, led by Jay in AEW. We have Bullet Club, I guess the Rebel Bullet Club, with David Finlay. And then we have the House of Torture sub-faction of the Bullet Club, but still also its own separate entity. And we are about ready to get either all-out warfare between the Bullet Clubs, or this is just going to be the passing of the torch to this new faction, and I am all for it in every single way.
Weren't we talking about this like about a month or so ago? Talking about how they needed to revitalize the Bullet Club in some way, shape, or
Further
form?
back. It was around Wrestle Kingdom.
Was it Wrestle Kingdom? My God!
Yeah.
And now
Because
here we are.
I don't think when else. I don't know when else New Japan would have came up,
That's fair, yeah.
unless it was during one
So
of our drafts.
Crazy. So crazy.
Bruh, Eli, you saying the Yakuza so much got them actually listening to the product, and now here we are.
The Yakuza.
I'm not sure I want to be happy about that.
Well, you did it.
Well, you know, the Yakuza has probably got some pull in the gambling world, so the G1 Climax is coming up. It's
Let's
like
go.
the massive yearly tournament over in Japan. It's been going on since like the 70s, 80s, something like that, 90s. So, it's been going on
since 74.
It's been going on forever.
1974.
Year in and year out, the best of the best in NJPW compete to win the G1 Climax, which in turn gives them this weird fucking gimmick title chance thing where they have, so you win the G1 and you have a set title match once you win. It's kind of like the Royal Rumble, you know, you win the Royal Rumble, you get a fucking title shot at Main Event Mania. But you normally you don't lose the title shot. You don't lose your Royal Rumble title shot. With a G1 Climax, you can lose your title shot. It's just like the Money in the Bank, or something along the lines of that. So let's say you go in there, you try and defend it, and you lose. It's gone. Poof, gone. Correct? Did I explain that correct, Eli?
Absolutely.
Cliff?
They can defend it, and then there's a chance of them losing it. They could get it back eventually in a match, but that is not very likely.
So anyway,
I have the list. I'm ready.
I was ready to say I got the list too. So going down this list of this massive tournament, because at Dominion they announced all the competitors. It's going to be in a block formation, which we can talk about more once the time comes for that. For now, we just have the competitors. It's not a single elimination tournament like it used to be. To our knowledge, the past few years, it's been the block, like A block, B block, whatever. So going down the list, you got Kazuchika Okada, Tetsuya Naito, Sanada, Will Ospreay, Hiroshi Tanahashi, David Finlay, Shota Umino, Shingo Takagi. I say that correct? All right.
Yep, Takagi.
Tomohiro Ishii, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Hikuleu, Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi, Toru Yano, Kenta, Zack Sabre Jr., Taichi, Eddie Kingston, El Phantasmo, Rin Narita, Evil, Chase Owens, Jeff Cobb, Great O'Khan, Aaron Henare, Gabriel Kidd, Alex Coughlin, Shane Haste, Mickey Nichols, Yoda Tsuji, and Kaito Kiyomiya.
The guy that stiff kicked Okada.
Yep. They're gonna fight at some point. It's gonna be glorious.
Oh, yeah.
And this begins July 15th and goes all the way until August 13th. All of these NJPW stars will be in competition against each other to battle it out for the opportunity to face Sanada at a certain NJPW show. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. It's not Wrestle Kingdom, is it?
Yes, it is.
It should
It
be
is?
Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for the Dome.
The winner of this gets their trip to the Dome. The Tokyo Dome for Wrestle Kingdom 18.
And that's if Sonata still holds the title. Sonata may not have the title by the time Wrestle Kingdom rolls around.
There will be matches.
So what happened
between that?
What happens if Sonata wins the G1, being the title holder?
He is allowed to pick his opponent. It's the same as the Super Junior. If the champion of the Super Junior would have, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion would have won, then they are allowed to pick the opponent for the pay-per-view.
Oh, so it's kind of like if I win the Money in the Bank.
The Ace in the Bank.
The ace in the bank. I can hold on to it and decide.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. Now there's a lot of interesting names on this list. I know.
Oh yeah.
I know I sent I can't remember the prediction I sent. It was at like 7 in the morning. No. It wasn't Sonata and Okada. I'll see if I can go back and look. I think it was on Instagram.
I know I said Sonata versus Naito for the final match.
I want to see Naito Okada in the quarterfinals.
It's been called back too many times.
One last time.
Okada, Naito finally got his main event match, and I don't think they're going to do it again. He got that in 2017.
I mean, of course, Okada's going to win.
I don't think they... I don't see Okada winning this.
What?
I can't. I don't see him. You have Tanahashi, who hasn't really had a chance at this new World Championship. You have Will Ospreay, who lost it without losing it. You have David Finlay, who's up and coming. Push, as much as I don't like him. You have Shota Umino. Shingo Takagi would be a great rivalry for Sonata. Tama Tonga would be great to have going forward. You have Kenta.
I think I said it on Snapchat, and I can't go back and find it.
versus Sonata would be great too. There's just so many better matches out of this, and while Okada versus Sonata again would be great for Tokyo Dome, I just don't see them doing that.
Well, that's the thing. I think Okada wins this, but I don't think Sonata takes the belt all the way to Wrestle Kingdom.
There would have to be a damn good match or a damn good wrestler for them to take it off from before.
Zack Sabre Jr.
They would have to get rid of that TV championship first. It could.
Oh no, he's gonna lose his TV title. Oh, what will he ever do? He'll never be able to recover.
This will be fun to watch.
I mean, my thing is, if they're willing to put it on Sonata, why not put it on Zack Sabre Jr.? Like,
they could. They honestly could. Zack is, I think, a favorite to win it potentially, along with Tamatanga.
I'm gonna look at the betting odds favorite to see.
Will Ospreay is also one to watch as well.
Will Ospreay would be a very interesting pick to have face Sonata at Tokyo Dome. I also don't see them. I keep saying Sonata because I don't see Sonata losing the belt before Tokyo Dome. I think they'll book him as a strong champion to face the G1 Climax winner.
I don't know. It really could boil down to just a handful of people, which I feel like the G1 always does anyway. Like, there's always a handful of people that you kind of have a feeling it's going to boil down to. Like, you've got your 5 or 6 that are pretty much odds-on favorites to kind of make a run towards the end. I think David Finlay could also be a little dark horse pick as well. I don't think he'd win it, but I think he might put on a good showing.
Make it to the finals.
Make some noise.
Well, just like how we were talking about earlier, that there's always that one super low seed in the NHL playoffs that make an insane run all the way to like the finals or the Stanley Cup finals. Well, after G1...
There is no betting odds. I already looked.
Yeah, I figured there wouldn't be.
Soon.
Not yet.
It'll probably be when the blocks get announced.
That also just will decide a whole lot. It'll make it a lot easier to pick out a
definitive
winner. But moving on after that, we're moving into our Contenders Cup card prediction of the week.
Oh, God.
Eli is currently up 1-0 in the Contenders Cup. And moving on here, we've got the All Together Again card between New Japan Pro Wrestling, All Japan Pro Wrestling, and Pro Wrestling Noah. The 3 major wrestling promotions over there in Japan and the land of the rising sun. So looking at the card here, I think you guys said you're going to do all of the matches?
Yes.
Or do you want to do all of the main matches and not do the kickoff match?
We're doing the kickoff match.
Eli,
super crazy in it.
I figured, but I'd ask. He's crazy.
The current holder of the cup can make that decision.
I'm making this.
So looking at looking at the card here, I'll give it a quick rundown. I'm going to butcher a lot of these names since I'm not familiar with a lot of them, since I'm not a giant All Japan fan, or I'm kind of a Pro Wrestling Noah fan. They got Renat Duprat. They got RVD over there. But the 8-man kickoff tag team match, you got Black Minsori, Ryo Inoue, Ryusuke Taguchi, and Yo. Facing Alejandro Asuchi Kotoge, Saiki. Oh my god.
Yoshioka?
Yeah, Yoshioka and Super Crazy. I know how to say Super Crazy. The first match on the card, you got your 6-man tag team match. The Tough, which is Masa Kitaima.
Yep.
Kitamiya. And Yoshiki Inamura and Daiki Inaba versus Chaos, which is Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, and Yoshihashi. After that, you got a normal tag team match between Chris Ridgway and Sean Legacy versus TMDK, which is Zack Sabre Jr. and Kosei Fujita. After that, you got Yoshitatsu versus Shota Umino. Fucking show some love for my man Yoshitatsu. After that, tag team match again, Hokuto Omori and Suji Ishikawa versus Axis.
Sure.
We'll
go with that.
I don't know. That's what it says.
Well, I don't know how to. Yeah, it's AXIZ. Yeah, sure.
Go Shiozaki and Katsuhiko Nakajima. 6-man tag team after this is all tag matches.
Yep.
I'm
so worried.
The only singles match is Yoshitatsu versus Shota Umino.
That's why I'm worried about this card.
So 6-man tag team after that, you've got Junta Miyawaki, Naomichi Marufuji, and Takashi Sugiura versus Strong Style, which is El Desperado, Minoru Suzuki, and Rin Narita. 10-man tag team match after that. You got the Voodoo Murderers, Jun Saito and Rai Saito, or Ri Saito, Dan Tamura and Hikaru Sato, and Ryuki Honda versus the what?
It's just all the Japanese names. It's just Ryuki Honda.
Versus United Empire, which is Aaron Hanair, Francesco Akira, Gredo Khan, Jeff Cobb, and TJP. 6-man tag team match after that. Suwama, Yuji Nagata, and Yuma Enzai versus Los Ingobernables de Japan. Bushi, Shingo Tagai, and Tetsuya Naito. After that, another 6-man match. You got just 5 guys: Sonata, Taka Michinoku, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru versus GLG, which is Jake Lee, Tadasuke, and Yohei. The last 2 are 6-man tag matches. I'm not saying that anymore. You got Amakusa, Asuki, Aoyagi, and Hiromu Takahashi versus Hayata, Master Wato, and Rising Hayato. Yeah, Hayato. The last match, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kaito Kiyomiya, and Kento Miyahara versus Kazuchika Okada, Keno, and Yuma Aoyagi.
We may have to just do Japanese cards from this point out, Eli, just to watch Austen struggle to read them.
Bro, what's crazy is I typically don't struggle a whole lot with Japanese names. But like when I read these and like the pressure's on, like if I'm in a casual setting, I'm probably knocking these out of the park like it's nothing. But since the pressure's on to the podcast and I got to get it right, it's all out the door. It's all out the window.
All right.
So, predictions. Come on, goobers. Kickoff match, 8-man tag.
I got Team Super Crazy.
He's super. He's crazy. He's super crazy.
I'm gonna take Team Super Crazy too, just because I don't want to lose a stupid point. I'm gonna play defense.
And for those of you that are
Oh, wow.
worried about my well-being, it's not fucking chewing tobacco. It's caffeine pouches. Second match,
match.
another 6-man tag match,
Chaos.
I'm taking the tough.
and Daki and Abba.
Yeah.
Shit.
And for the third one, I'm going
I'll
to
probably
take
say
TMDK.
tag team match. You got Team DK
Yeah,
or Chris Ridgway and Sean Legacy.
I'm going TMDK.
I'm taking
as well.
TMDK.
If they lose, that'll be amazing. Shit. Shota? I think.
Yeah, I'm taking Shota. I'll take Shota.
I can't. See
I'll take Shota.
Yoshitatsu
I'll make
going
that call
over.
before you.
It's probably gonna have to be Shota. I think Yoshitatsu's too much past his prime on any company.
So you're taking
I'm-
Shota as well?
I'm picking
Yeah.
Yoshitatsu.
Team Nakajima on the fourth match, fifth altogether.
So Axis.
Oh, yeah, Axes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm taking Axes as well.
I say. Freaking this tag team again, dear lord. Oh shit. Suzuki versus Marufuji.
I'll take Strong Style.
I'm taking Team Suzuki.
So just say Strong Style.
I'm going to take the
No.
Voodoo Murderers.
You gotta take the Voodoo Murderers, bro. With a name like that, shit.
I'm taking United Empire.
I'll probably say United Empire is a smart pick, but based
It's
off
the
of name
Voodoo.
alone, I'll probably say name alone, I'm taking Voodoo Murderers.
Voodoo, Voodoo.
I'm a big Baron Sam D guy, bro.
Yuji Nagata's in this match. I'm gonna say LIJ. One of them's gonna pin Yuji Nagata and get a title match.
I'm going to take the team of Yuji Nagata.
Oh, you guys are
That's a
splitting a
fair
lot
pick,
here.
too.
That's because I don't know what I'm doing.
That's a fair pick.
You might have been trying to play defense here, dude. I would have just copied everything he did except for like one.
That's what I thought. And then, that's what you saw where it got me last time. So,
You got to
So
learn how to
this
play
other
the
team
game.
has-
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's about controlling if you
This
can
other
take
team
it.
has no champions. I'm gonna go 5 guys.
I'm taking just 5 guys as well. It's the big belt. He's not going to lose.
Yeah.
Bro's got the
No,
Michinoku
Diamond-
driver.
Team. Oof. Shit. I don't know on this one.
So basically, is it Team Takahashi or is it Team Wado, Eli?
If you have Wado win here, you have him be able to face Takahashi again. And that's the only thing with this match.
You don't want Hayata, Wato, and Rising Hayato?
I know what the safe pick is. I'm gonna go with Wado.
I'm going to take Wado as well.
I think that
Bro's a Wato mark.
I love Wado, man.
I think that
That's
will
what I'm
lead
saying,
to a
you're a
rematch
mark.
where Wado will
Not a
finally
mark.
take the belt from him. This one's an interesting one all the way through.
Probably say last match, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kyoto
Biggest match.
Kiyomiya, Kento Miyahara versus Okada, Kino, and Yuma Aoyagi. Isn't
all
this like
Hall
the
of Famers
3
in their own
stars
right.
from? Right, so this is like the main stars from each.
Yep.
Shit. Oh, uh, I'm hoping this match gets thrown
Eli,
out in
remember the golden
disqualification
rule
again.
remember the golden rule when predicting NJPW, Eli.
What, Cliff?
Never pick against Okada. At least that's mine.
I'm going with Team
Who'd you pick,
Tanahashi.
Eli? Oh, I'm taking Team Okada.
Bro, we just told you the golden rule.
I'll take that free point.
But I also see the Kaito. Oh, wow. His last name's hard. Kiyomiya.
Just say Kaito.
Yeah, Kaito.
Bruh,
I
this
see
is the
him,
most
I think he
split.
beats Okada.
I was about to say, you guys don't agree on like all the matches except like 2.
But it also doesn't
Yeah,
help that I don't know what I'm doing.
Probably
So basically,
not.
I could have picked
studied.
the equivalent of R-Truth.
You probably
Like,
did
let's
somewhere,
see if-
honestly.
Let's see if me studying helped at all.
Eli, how long did you study?
Days since the last prediction.
Bro's been in the fucking office. He's been in the gym. He's
lab.
been grinding. He's been in the lab, bro. We'll see if this man can cook.
Watch all that work be just for me to have no idea what's going on, to just come out of absolute nowhere and just win this, sweep it. And you know what that win would be like? Let me just take off in history. If I win this would be like in 2000 when Eric Bischoff won the only championship of his career. When he won the WCW Hardcore Championship in a match on Monday Nitro against Terry Funk. In 01, Jeff Hardy defeated Jerry Lynn to win the Light Heavyweight Championship. So there's your Jerry Lynn sighting. In 04, World Class Tag Team defeated the American Dragon and Curry Man for the tag titles. And in 06, World Wrestling Entertainment bought out World Class Championship Wrestling, WCW. Our 3 notable wrestling birthdays today are Mike Bucky, Bucci, Kona Reeves, and Priscilla Kelly.
And with me being the champ that I am, I have designated myself as the guest the wrestler guy this week. And let me tell you fellas, it is Hell Week this week, because I will be surprised if you guys get anyone this week. Let me take this out, that way I can speak clearly. All right. Which one of you want to go first?
I nominate the current Contenders Cup holder.
Let's do it.
1 through 7.
Give me a nice 4.
And you know what? I just thought of something really nice, really cool, really neat. This is for a Contenders Cup point.
Oh, what?
Because there are 7, and it can come down. It can come down to whatever.
So, does that mean that if he doesn't get it, I could steal?
Yes.
Okay.
And vice versa. But you only get 1 guess to steal.
Okay.
And it's going to be a tally system, all right? You get 1, you get
So
a
it's Family
tally.
Feud rules.
You don't get 1. Pretty much.
Yes.
So what was your number?
He said 4.
Oh my god, 1, 2, 3. You picked the one with the longest fucking resume ever.
Oh god. Here we go, Eli.
I was ready to say, strap in, because this might take us to half an hour just reading this dude's.
God damn.
And the thing is, he has not done anything really that notable through his entire career.
Oh no, bro.
He was a one-time absolute intense wrestling champion, one-time Ace Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion, one-time all-action wrestling Australian champion, one-time American Championship Entertainment heavyweight champion, one-time American Wrestling Council heavyweight champion. He was a two-time AWA Superstars of Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, a one-time AWA Superstars of Wrestling World Tag Champion. He was a one-time Appalachia Pro Wrestling Champion, Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, one-time Blue Water Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, one-time Brew City Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, two-time Brookwood 4 Wrestling North American Heavyweight Champion, a one-time BFW, B4W just stands for Brookwood 4 Wrestling. B4W Hardcore Champion one time, a one-time B4W Heavyweight Champion, and he won the Shocker of the Year award in 2007 in Brookwood 4 Wrestling. He was the Carolina Wrestling Association Heavyweight Champion one time, the East Coast Wrestling Association Tag Team Champion 2 times, and he's a member of their Hall of Fame. Eastern Shores Wrestling Light Heavyweight Champion one time. ECW one-time World Heavyweight Champion. That's probably the most notable thing you'll get out of this entire thing.
Oh, God.
He is a one-time ECW World Heavyweight Champion. He's in the Funking Conservatory, like funking, like Terry Funk. You know how Terry Funk has a Funking Conservatory. He is the FC Bang Television Champion one time, FC Tag Team Champion one time. He's a 3-time German Stampede Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, and he won the Four Nations Cup in 2005. He's a Hawaii Championship Wrestling Kekaluki Heritage Tag Team Champion one time. He's a part of the High Volume Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. He's a one-time High Risk Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, one-time IWA Heavyweight Champion, two-time Independent Wrestling Federation Champion, one-time IPWA Light Heavyweight Champion, one-time IPWA Tag Team Champion, and he won the IPWA Light Heavyweight title tournament in '97. The Intercontinental Wrestling Association Heavyweight Champion one time, International High Powered Wrestling Heavyweight Champion one time, KYDA Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion one time, KYDA Pro Mid Atlantic Champion one time. He's part of the Legends Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. He's an MLW World Heavyweight Champion one time. He is a Maryland Championship Wrestling. He's part of their Hall of Fame. The Mid-Eastern Wrestling Federation, MEWF Mid-Atlantic Champion one time, MEWF Light Heavyweight Champion 3 times, and MEWF Tag Team Champion 3 times. And he was the most hated wrestler of 1996 in that, whatever you call it, in that federation. And Cliff, you better not be looking this up. Okay. He was an NWA 2000. He won the NWA American Heritage Championship one time, the NWA 2000 Light Heavyweight Championship one time, and the NWA American Heritage Title Tournament one time in 1997. There's a lot of NWA stuff here, so bear with me. NWA Florida Heavyweight Champion one time, NWA Southern Heavyweight Champion one time, Florida version, NWA World Heavyweight Championship one time, NWA Heartland States Heavyweight Championship one time, and he won the NWA Florida Heavyweight Title Tournament in 2002. the NWA New Jersey. He won the NWA Florida Southern Heavyweight Title Tournament in 2002. That might be the same thing. I don't know why it's under two different things. He won the NWA U.S. Tag Team Championships New Jersey version one time, and he was also the New Jersey version NWA Light Heavyweight Champion one time. He was the NWA New Jersey / New York Heavyweight Champion one time, NWA Midwest Heavyweight Champion / 01 Pro Wrestling USA Midwest Heavyweight Champion one time. NWA Southwest, he was the NWA North American Heavyweight Champion one time. One Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion one time. The Organization of Modern Extreme Grappling Arts Heavyweight Champion one time.
The fuck?
The Pennsylvania Championship Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion one time. Pennsylvania Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion one time. Platinum Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship one time. Premier Championship Wrestling, the PCW Tag Team Champion one time. He was also their Heavyweight Champion one time. The Premier Wrestling Federation, he was a PWF Tag Team Champion 4 times. PWF Universal 6-Man Tag Team Champ 1 time. PWF Universal Heavyweight Champion 6 times. PWF Mid-Atlantic Masters Champion 1 time. PWF Universal 6-Man Title Tournament winner in 2016. He had the Match of the Year in the PWF in 02, 05, 2014, and 2021. He was a PWF MVP in 03, and he had the Tag Team of the Year in 05 as well. Pro Wrestling Sun, he was a WBD Tag Team Champion 1 time. The PWF Northeast Heavyweight Champion 1 time. The Pro Wrestling Extreme PWX Champion 1 time. I'm going to come back to the Pro Wrestling Illustrated stuff last. So you have Pro Wrestling World 1. He was the AWA World Heavyweight Champion there twice. The PWF World 1 Heavyweight Champion 2 times. World 1 North American Champion 1 time. World 1 Tag Team Champion 2 times. Pro Wrestling 0. AWA Pro Wrestling 01. AWA World Heavyweight Champion 2 times. NWA Intercontinental Tag Team Champion 4 times. With 4 different tag partners. He was also the 01 U.S. Heavyweight Champion 4 times. Pure Wrestling Association PWA Pure Wrestling Champion 1 time. He also won the Carrot Cup in 08. Ring of Honor Tag Team Champ 1 time. And Ring of Honor, he won the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship Tournament in 2012. Southern Championship Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion 1 time. Tri-State Wrestling Alliance, the TWA Heavyweight Champion 1 time. Union of Independent Professional Wrestlers, UIPW Union Heavyweight Champ 1 time, and he won the Union Heavyweight Title Tournament in 07. United States Championship Wrestling, the USCW Tag Team Champ 1 time. USA Extreme Wrestling, UXW Heavyweight Champion 2 times. World Association of Wrestling, WAW World Heavyweight Champion 1 time. The World Wrestling Council Junior Heavyweight Champ 1 time, and Heavyweight Champ 2 times. And the PWI ranked him number 35 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in 01, and he was the most improved wrestler of 2000. That is it.
We finally hit the end.
Yep.
Dear Lord. That was almost half an hour. So Australia and ECW really stuck out. A lot of that was in the late 90s. There was some, I think, 70s mentioned doing that.
But he's got stuff that's like pseudo recent too.
No, that stuff will not be from the 70s. That stuff will not be from the 70s.
A lot of his.
This man was born in 73, so seeing as he was born in 73, I don't think he was wrestling much in the 70s.
I was in the 90s. I misheard.
The good thing is, this is the longest one we have. The rest are super short, so.
Well, that's not good either.
But that's the ECW.
Is a one-time EC.
He was in Australia, so he would have to be Australian by my.
I'll give this to you for free as well. He was also in TNA, but he was there in the early days.
Oh, not early TNA, bro. Everybody was there.
Early TNA, but he was never a TNA champion or had no TNA championships, period. But he was there early. He was at ECW. It's not Raven, because that would be a tag team. Shane Douglas comes to mind, but I don't think he was never in NWA.
Like I said, since this is going to be a tough one for you guys today, I'll be a little lenient with
Can I
hints
get a
and such
hint on this?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot about this dude. I've heard the name, I've seen his matches, but I don't know a lot about him on a personal level.
In my head.
You got to point me in a direction here of I'll give you this one. He was a producer in the WWE in 2018. From 20 it says 2016 to present, but they don't have anything for him from the WWE since 2018 on this. So he could still be with them in a producer role, he could not. I don't know.
Does it say what he produced?
That would be too big of a hint. Maybe. I don't know.
It would. That's why I was asking. Shit.
But it does say
early days of TNA. He's a former ECW champion, but never won anything in TNA. He was in Australia. I still want to say he's Australian born, but hearing early days of TNA means he went to Australia. He wasn't Australian. There ain't no way it's Steve Corino.
Huh? You gotta speak up, dude.
I'm gonna take a guess. Is it Steve Corino?
It is. It is Steve Corino.
Damn it.
And I don't know if that's the easiest or the hardest one.
Well, there was so much to go off of.
I had
so
Shane
Eli
Douglas,
has a point
Just
in the
Incredible,
Contenders
and
Cup.
Steve Corino. That's the only three that I remotely thought.
I was gonna, if it got to me, I was gonna guess Just Incredible.
By the way, he was credited for the NXT Championship match between Velveteen Dream and Tommaso Ciampa.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, he was.
All right, Cliff. Number between 1 and 7. That is not 4.
We'll do 7.
You better get this one.
Oh, that smile. I don't like it.
You better get this one.
I'm probably not going to then.
It's Tegan Knox.
He's got 5 different sections, all right?
Oh, God.
Memphis Championship Wrestling Southern Heavyweight Champ 1 time. WCW TV Champ 4 times. WWF Hardcore Champ 3 times. WWF European Champ 4 times. WWF Intercontinental Champ 2 times. He was also a 4-time Tag Team Champ, as well as King of the Ring. He won Best TV Announcer by Wrestling Observer Newsletter 2 different years. PWI ranked him number 18 of the top 500 singles in 94 and 196 in 2003.
That's it?
That's it.
My God.
This is probably the easiest one out of the...
Then I'm not going to get it. Okay. So he won awards for being an announcer, you said?
Best TV Announcer. If you want the years, that's a hint.
I'm not going to do that. So he announced for TV, but he wrestled and he won championships. Just to make sure, there was both WCW and like WWE on there, right?
Yep. WWF and E.
Okay.
There's one major thing here that you are not picking up, and I don't know if you forgot about it, but
Well, the Memphis, right?
no. Something he did in WWE.
The European title?
No.
Well, then go down the list again. Obviously, I missed something.
WWF Hardcore Champ 3 times, WWF
Okay.
European Champ 4 times, WWF
Okay.
IC Champ twice, 4-time Tag Champ, and King of the Ring.
Oh, the King of the Ring. There it is. Okay. So. Oh, fuck.
King of the Ring really limits it down.
It does. I just don't know if he won all the other titles or not. I don't know if he's from Memphis. I also don't know if he was an announcer. I need a hint. I'm gonna need a hint.
He
This
was
is for a CC point, so I gotta be careful.
he was in AEW.
Was or is?
I'm not going to tell you that. AEW is on his resume. Because I know you narrowed it down to 2.
Fuck you. Oh, God. Billy Gunn.
Nope.
God damn it. I can't think of the other one. Billy Gunn was the only one I had.
I have a
Huh?
guess, but
You don't have any more hits either. You have to guess.
I know.
And I'm not going to be lenient with this one because this one,
I have.
there's not a lot there, but the stuff that is there, it's pretty apparent.
I just hope I'm not wrong.
Man, this is rough. For a CC point, too, I gotta be careful. AEW is on the resume.
He either could still be there, he could not be there.
Okay. But it had to be old enough to win the European title.
Not necessarily.
And the Memphis title, but
Mm-hmm.
the European title was one of the things, Eli.
Yes, but that doesn't necessarily mean he was old. There was some young guys that won that belt.
Well, yeah, but he has to be
Especially
old enough
around the
now
time with the hardcore.
to have won it back then.
Oh dear lord, that's weird thinking hardcore Holly's old.
Come on, Cliff.
God.
We're at an hour and a half.
I'm aware.
I think I got it.
God.
But
Yeah, you
I
probably
thought
do.
Cliff would get it too.
I didn't know he wrestled in Memphis.
Well, you're in the front right now, so you have the ability to take a risk.
Come on, Cliff.
Oh, man, no. Yeah, this is and I can't get any elaboration about, AEW, can I?
That's what I was just trying to look at. If I elaborate too much on AEW, it'll give it away.
I think I know, but I'm probably wrong. So,
Which that might be enough in itself.
It's not, because I can't think for shit right now.
Also, notice that he never won a big one anywhere except Memphis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was what kind of gave me my.
that's why I
guess.
thought it was Billy Gunn, because Billy Gunn's also King of the Ring. I can't
But he was
think of
never
who else
European
has won the
champion.
King of the Ring. And who else hasn't done anything?
A lot.
I'm
of
going to
people.
kick myself so hard for missing this one, too.
You will.
This dude started in 83.
Correct. Fits who I'm thinking of. They started. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I'm going to have to. Excalibur.
You're guessing Excalibur?
I don't know who it is, so I got to throw it away.
Eli?
It's William Regal, isn't it?
Yes, it's William Regal.
Yeah. Austen
Damn.
slipped up and said was in AEW. That's what cemented it.
I mean,
for
I
me.
guess.
What are
Honestly,
you
though,
gonna say he
WCW
hasn't? What are you gonna say he hasn't?
That was rough because you could have been like, even if you said we saw him live, it wouldn't have helped me.
Two.
All right, Eli, 1 through 7. That's not 4 or 7. So really 1 through 6 and not 4. 2. This is the one that might. I think you'll get this, but it might trip you up. So he was WCW Light Heavyweight Champion twice, WCW Tag Team Champ once, NWA World Tag Team Champ once, NWA US Tag Team Champ once. He's in the Ohio Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame. He was ranked number 18 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in 93 and number 4 in 03. He was a Stampede Wrestling International Tag Team Champ 2 times. He won the International Tag Team Title Tournament in 87. He's also part of their Hall of Fame. Wrestling Observer Newsletter said he had the Feud of the Year in 97, Most Underrated in 94, Rookie of the Year in 87, and Tag Team of the Year in 93. He's a part of the Canadian Wrestling Hall of Fame. And as far as football goes, he is a 2-time Division I AA. Well, he's okay. So he was All-American in 83. He was an All-American second team in 82. He was the Ed Block Courage Award winner in 84, and he was the MAC Defensive Player of the Year in 1983.
Not the Mac, bro.
You're a bitch. Shit. I don't know why my brain just went to this. Give me a hint. I have somebody on my mind.
I was going to give you a hint. He does have a son that is currently in wrestling.
Can I get the WCW titles again? I think it was tag belts.
Yeah, he won the light heavyweight title twice, the WCW tag team once, NWA World Tag Team once, and the NWA US Tag Champs once.
See, that's the thing. He's a tag team wrestler, but he also won the light heavyweight championship, and there was so many guys that won. That US tag title wasn't won as much as people think it was. It was won a lot, but it wasn't. Shit. I got one more hint before I could have to guess.
Yep.
Give me another one.
So, if this isn't good enough, I can give you another one. But he was a very close friend to the Hart family, almost considering themselves as siblings.
Dynamite
They have
Kid?
an entire like segment.
No.
Is that your guess?
No. No, because sibling. So you have Dynamite Kid, you have Brian Pillman.
And he's not siblings.
I know, but I'm
They
trying to
refer
go
to
through.
themselves being as close as siblings.
Roddy won. Did he win belts? Did Roddy ever win a championship in WWE? He's actually related to him, so it doesn't matter. First to them as siblings, that Pillman won a WCW singles belt. He won the United States Championship or the Television Championship, if I remember correctly. I think he also won a belt in WWE. I'm gonna go with Dynamite Kid.
That's your final guess?
Yeah.
Nope. That is wrong.
Is it Pillman?
It is Pillman. Pillman's got a gun.
Pillman's got a gun. Let's go.
I couldn't remember if he had won. I thought he had won the United States Championship at WCW.
Nope. He won the U.S. Tag Team Championships.
It might have been that. I just got confused.
Yeah, they don't have it listed here.
For some reason, when you said he has a son that wrestles, it just clicked for me.
1, 3, 5, or 6, Cliff?
I did 7, so let's do 1.
I gotta tell you, these are the tough ones.
Oh, God. I'm happy
All
about
right.
that one. Let's go. 2-1. Let's go.
All right.
Time.
All Entertainment Action Wrestling American Heavyweight Champ 2 times, and he was their Hardcore Wrestling Champ 1 time. DDT Pro Wrestling Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Champion 1 time. Eastern Championship Wrestling / Eastern Extreme Championship Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion 1 time. World Tag Team Champ 1 time. Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling WEW World Tag Team Champ 1 time. Future of Wrestling Hardcore Champ 1 time. He's in the Hardcore Hall of Fame. The IWC, the International Wrestling Cartel World Heavyweight Champ 1 time. Stars and Stripes Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champ 1 time. The USA Pro Wrestling Pro United States Champ 1 time. The Universal Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champ, the Universal Heavyweight Champ 1 time. Westside Extreme Wrestling Heavyweight Champ 1 time. Extreme Pro Wrestling King of Deathmatch Championship 1 time. The TNA he won the TNA Hard 10 tournament, and PWI ranked him number 60 of the top 500 wrestlers in 95 and 250, right smack dab in the middle in 2003.
Okay. I'm gonna take a hint. And can I ask for
Let me clarify because
ahead.
I think I said this wrong. He held the ECW World Heavyweight title 5 times. I think I said he held it once. He's held it 5.
Yeah, you did say once.
He's held the ECW tag titles 1 time.
Okay. Can I ask for a themed hint?
Sure.
Can you give me a hint regarding his ECW time?
I would consider him one of the ECW originals. Like, you think of ECW, at least to me, he's one of them that pops up first in the head. And I'm going to take that as a point. Because there's not a whole lot of ECW originals that like you think ECW and you're like, oh, it's so and so. Funny enough, there's another one of those out of the pool of wrestlers you could have chosen.
So, out of the things I would know, he won a TNA tournament.
Yes.
But he didn't do anything else in TNA.
Nothing notable enough to have it listed on here.
And
I can
he
look.
had
I can look real quick.
the ECW Big Belt 5 times.
He had a lot of stop and go stints in TNA. So
that doesn't help.
He was there in like 03 to 04, and then he was there in 2010. And it said he was there in 2019, but he wasn't really like there. Like he showed up and that was it.
Oh God, that doesn't help at all. I want another ECW themed hint.
He was one of the many to have licensed music that they did not pay for.
Is it Sandman?
It is Sandman.
Let's go.
Just like that, we're tied back up.
I was thinking
It was
Sandman,
Sandman or
but
Raven.
God damn, I got to make sure. I'm sure. It was Sandman or Raven. It was Sandman or Raven.
1 through 3, Eli.
1 through 3. Didn't I pick 2 earlier?
All these are different, so
He's shrunk them down.
there's only 3 left.
We're tied up. It's a best of 3.
You said you wanted 3?
Yep.
You picked the hardest one, my friend. This man has 2 listings on his championships and accomplishments. The All Japan Pro Wrestling, he won the Junior League in 2010, the Bapista Tag Tournament in 2003, the World's Strongest Junior Tag League in 2002, and he was ranked number 110 of the 500 wrestlers in the PWI 500 of 2007. That is it.
Can I get a hint?
No.
This one might actually help you a lot. He made his video game debut in Raw vs. SmackDown 09. Think mid to late 2000s mid card.
Japanese wrestlers?
That was a big hint, Austen. That was a big hint.
Japanese
I gave that one
wrestlers,
for free too
but-
because this is tough.
I think I know who it is.
I'm glad you do. because
Personally, one of my
I-
favorite mid carders of all time.
Yeah, no, I got it now. This is so... Oh, my God. I'm going to message you.
Okay. So 2009 is when you can't confirm or deny that, Austen.
I'm not.
Get me another one.
You want another one?
Yeah.
So let me see. So he's been in WWE 3 different times. Most recent was in 2021, but he did not wrestle. He was a producer, and he got hired in October and released in December. His second stint with the WWE was 06 to 2010. And then his first run was 2001 to 2002 when it was the WWF. He was also part of WCW and TNA, as well as Ring of Honor.
He's won a championship belt, though. Because he was tag partners with William Regal.
You're thinking Tajiri, aren't you?
I'm thinking Tajiri. He was tag champions with William Regal, if I remember correctly. So am I down 2 or am I
Did
still...
they ever win the
I
tag
know
belts?
I'm pretty sure you just used 2 hints, didn't you? Because I just told you.
Yes, he did.
I'm going.
I've told you
Tajiri,
everywhere he's worked. You say Tajiri?
Yeah.
That's not it.
Yeah.
Cliff?
I'm going with what I messaged you.
That is also wrong. It is not Yoshitatsu.
I figured, but I was confident about it, and I wasn't going to change it. So
it is Jimmy Wang Yang.
Yep.
Jimmy Yang.
Wow. He was in TNA.
Yeah, I had already sent it, or else I would have. Nope.
Wow, he didn't win it with the Rock and Elvis's.
Nope. Elvis has never won the title.
That's a weird statement.
All right, Cliff. 1 or 2?
Right.
Pick for me.
No.
Bitch.
I don't. Eli, pick a number, 1 or 2.
You're a hoe bag. I'm taking 1. You take 2.
Cool. I'm going to do 2.
Oh, you want 2? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to get 2 hours on this.
Oh, God.
All right. All-Star Wrestling British Heavyweight Champion. 1 time. He was also the World Middleweight Champion 1 time. He was a Catch Wrestling Association CWA British Commonwealth Champ 1 time. CWA Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion 1 time. CWA World Middleweight Champ 4 times. And CWA World Tag Team Champ 1 time. Fighting Spirit Magazine. He got the LL Cool J Award of 2006.
What?
Joint Promotions. World Mid Heavyweight Championship 4 times, British Heavy Middleweight Champion 6 times, British Light Heavyweight Champ 2 times, World of Sport Top Tag Team Tournament in 1982. The Smash Champion 1 time, WCW World TV Champ 1 time, and he won the Hardcore Junkyard Invitational Tournament in 1999. WWE, he was the U.S. Champ 1 time, and he won the Bragging Rights Trophy. PWI ranked him number 33 of the top 500 singles in 07, and number 278 of the top 500 singles wrestlers of the PWI years in 2003.
All right. So, can I ask a clarification question?
Depends.
Okay, so when it comes to the Bragging Rights Trophy, does that just mean he was on the winning team for Bragging Rights?
I don't know, does it?
Okay, so I wish to have a hint around the Bragging Rights.
Well, seeing as there was a single Bragging Rights pay-per-view held, use your fucking brain. That's your hint.
I'm literally just asking if it just means he was on the winning team or not.
What do you think? Use your common sense. I'm not going to say it if he was just in the match. He has the Bragging Rights Trophy in 09. Use your brain. You get a hint taken for that.
Okay, give me another one then.
Most people remember him with another person. So like especially later in his career, there was always someone else with him.
What?
And if I say more, it'll give it away.
He won tag gold. United States 1 time.
And he is currently at the PC.
Oh. Oh.
Is it Gabriel Kidd?
No.
No. And isn't that all? Is that all your guesses? Because
you took away a hint, so I figured out.
I took away a hint. What do you mean?
You said
you asked a stupid question.
Yeah.
Yeah. You deserve to get one taken away for that.
It's Finley, isn't it?
It is Finley.
Yeah. So he won
So
the
Cliff,
WC
just because
championship
I'm
as
so
Finley.
Just
I
because
don't
I'm
I don't want to read all this. I'll fucking force my way through it just because I'm so nice. I'll give you another shot to tie it up. All right.
with the last one.
Seventh wrestler. I'm only going to hit the main ones that I think
Go
will
ahead.
help you. ECW World Heavyweight Champ 2 times, FTW Heavyweight Champ 1 time, ECW World Television Champ 1 time, ECW World Tag Champ 3 times. He's in the Hardcore Hall of Fame. He was International Wrestling Cartel Tag Team Champ. He was the Juggalo Heavyweight Champ 1 time. He was an IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champ 1 time. He was a UWA World Junior Light Heavyweight Champ 1 time. PWI ranked him number 5 of the top 500 singles wrestlers of the PWI in 95, and number 86 of the top 500 of the PWI years in 03.
Is it Sabu?
It is Sabu.
So we have a tie game.
We do have a tie game. And let me try to conjure one more wrestler.
Because we've done Sabu. I did Sabu to you.
All right. This tag team, this is up for grabs. We're gonna go back and forth. First one to get it, that's it. If you want to use a hint, you're going to use a hint and it's going to move on to the next. Since Eli's the current champion, he gets the first go.
Okay.
He gets the first go at this, and then it goes to you, and we're just going to flip-flop back and forth until one of you get it. No jumping in. If you say hint, you get your hint, and it moves on. Okay?
Got it.
All right. This tag team won the Deep South Wrestling Tag Team Championship 1 time, the Ohio Valley Wrestling Southern Tag Team Championship 1 time, and the WWE Tag Team Championship 1 time. That is it.
WWE Ohio, and what was the first one?
Deep South.
Deep South.
Deep South. So it's WWE, it's not even WWF. So that's not even like the old ones. It's not World's Greatest Tag Team because they were tagged. They were also ROH Tag Team Champions.
Once again, I'm going to say this to both of you. Think mid to late 2000s mid-card.
La Resistance?
No.
Deuce and Domino.
I like
It's Deuce and Domino! Cliff evens up the Contenders Cup. After a long and grueling segment of Guess the Wrestler,
that had to go to extras.
they had to
How
go to
did you
extra
pull
innings.
Deuce and Domino.
I literally was just sitting here thinking, I was like, what could I throw at them that they might not get? I was like, what is the most mid-card thing I could fucking think of? And I was like, Deuce and Domino with Cherry, bro.
Yep. Oh, God.
gotten that.
We might have to make that a weekly thing. To where you guys vie for...
How about if we can't find a card?
That's valid.
If we can't find a
That
card,
was
we'll have a
pain.
Guess the Wrestler gauntlet.
I am,
What you say, Eli?
that was pain. I'm kind of stumped that Cliff didn't get Finley.
He didn't get William Regal.
Yeah, that too.
But I somehow
Didn't get
got Deuce and
Goldust or
Domino.
Tegan Knox. Yeah. Your wrestling knowledge is a little
I haven't gotten Tegan Knox
out there.
twice.
Well, I
Oh,
think
still
we
wrapping
got to
up.
wrap this up.
Yeah.
Wrap it
Yeah,
up
we're
with
gonna
this
have
Stan
way
Hansen
over
thing,
2
right?
hours.
I have 3 hours.
Stan
I have to
Hansen
sleep
will
on.
lariat me into 2024 to where, I'm going to have both the Contenders Cup and the belt and the ace in the bank. I'm going to have it all.
So leaving you here, Contenders Cup is now tied 1-1. If you sat through that entire thing, fucking props to you, buddy. Fucking good on you. Especially if you sat through all Steve Carino's fucking titles. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that'll do it from us here at the Austen Podcast. Remember, love yourselves, love each other, treat each other with kindness, with care, with grace. Always remember, we've got you covered because we're your Ace in the Hole. Catch you on down the line. Yeah.